Open Blender, go to Objective Texture Paint mode. So there is no slot, that's why add simple UVs. Now add a pen slot. I am choosing diffuse color and I am keeping this as it is by default. Now I am going to paint on the cube, so I am pressing 1 and then 5 to go to the front orthographic view, and the brush is selected as default, but I'm going to change the color a little bit, so I am choosing green and just painting this side in front of the cube, and then I am pressing 7. So this is the top orthographical view, so I am choosing a different color. I am choosing yellowish color and then I am painting on the cube surface, and then I am just going the side view and choosing a different color, where I am choosing pink color, and again I am painting on the surface, cube surface, and now so I have to color the back color. Bottom of the cube I have to paint, and so I am pressing, my control key is not working, so I am going to view and align view, camera view, front, back, so this is the back side. So I am choosing a different color. I am choosing red here, and then I am going to bottom side of the cube and choosing a little bit this color. So now the left side, the right side is still not painted, so I am going to press my control keys is not working, so I am going to right side. So right already painted, and I am going to left side. So yes, so I am choosing this color, almost 4 different color, but the brush effect is set to default parameter, and the brush diameter is also set to default parameter. So anyway, so this is done, and I am going to object mode. And now if I go to the render view, so and going to set, just tapping over the world icon and going to click on this checkbox area. So ambient occlusion is factor is 1, so I can see the all side of the cube. If I go to the material, well, I'm keeping it to the rendered view for this moment, and I am also checking this environment lighting box on under the global icon of the properties. So almost I have done. So then I am going to the texture icon, and under this world tab, type of texture display, this under this world tab I am opening a new texture, and I am going to choose this world, and before that I am going to the UV editing mode, and from object to edit mode. Now this cube has unwrapped automatically, so if I click on this browse image to linked icon, and I am choosing the material diffuse color, so immediately I have done so, the image menu is showing that this is not saved. So I am clicking over this pack as PNG. So now this has been packed, and for that I am going to the default mode and going to check that the texture has been selected automatically or not. So I am going to the texture property menu, and then under the world tab I am going to click browse image to be linked and choosing material diffuse color. Well, now this has been done, so I am going more under the texture and under influence control I am unchecking the blend and checking the horizon. So as you can see, anyway I am going to the world tab again and under environment lighting I am choosing sky texture from white, which was default. Now I'm going to object mode and going to solid, and if I take a render image, I am getting this result. Because the texture I have applied for the I am going to choose the environment map. Okay, then environment map. And image file, yes. So I am keeping this type of the texture is to environment map, and now I am escaping from the render view and choosing the render shading viewport. So as I am just controlling the viewport by tapping the middle mouse wheel, I can see that the separate color of environment is visible, and if I go to the solid mode and then delete this default cube, and if I press Shift and A and choose a UV sphere, I choose the UV sphere. Now I am going to hit the smooth button so that it gets smooth the sphere, and now I am again going to material mode or render mode. Then this is done. So the sphere is now, there is no material, so I am assigning a default. I am creating a new material, and I am keeping this default, and now as I am just moving my viewport by holding the middle mouse key, and you can see a different environment just backside of my sphere. So now I am just going to tap the lamp, and the default lamp is point lamp. I am going to change it to sun, and the sky and atmosphere, there is sky checkbox. I am apply sun effect on sky. So now the environment has changed little bit, and the preset is by default set sun and sky preset. I can choose different like classic, desert and mountain, but so by going the different tab, and I can decrease the anyway. So this is a thing, and so under Blender render, this is the default render engine. I am doing nothing, just done few steps, and if I go to the camera view and press the F12 key for render, so I am getting this result. I am getting this result, and if I click more all these controls key, so the effect will be changed. But for now I can do one thing. I am going to the world mode and just decreasing the factor of ambient occlusion, and again I am rendering the same image. So it can be controlled by adjusting this factor, ambient occlusion factor, and okay, add. Oh, very silly. Yes. So if I just render this image, so as we can see, I'm getting this image. Okay, my screen recorder is on, that's why the machine is not working as I am expecting. So I am going to finish this tutorial. Thank you for watching.